Imagine a real financial win, not a lottery ticket, not a giant raise. Just a small, almost invisible change that quietly transforms your family's year. A single $100 shift in your monthly routine could save your family over $3,000 this year, without a raise, a promotion, or even working an extra hour. Sounds unbelievable? Here's the truth. Nearly 64% of Americans could erase their most stressful money problems just by changing one recurring spending habit. That's the difference between paying off debt or staying stuck in minimum payments. Between booking that family trip or telling your kids maybe next year for the third year in a row. Between finally breathing at the end of the month or living with that knot in your stomach every time you check your bank balance. This isn't theory. This is a budget win. Later in this video, you'll see exactly how one family made a tiny tweak to their grocery habit that created breathing room in their budget without earning a single extra dollar. And once you hear how they did it, you'll never look at your spending habits the same way again. Segment 1. The real reason families feel stuck. Here's the truth. Most families aren't broke because they don't make money. They're broke because their money has no structure, no plan, no discipline, no escape hatch. You work hard, you cut coupons. You even skip nights out to save and still end the month gasping for air. According to Lending Club, over 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, even those making over $100,000 a year. That means this isn't a poor people problem, it's a planning problem. And more often than not, it's a tiny leak, not a massive flood, that sinks the ship. What small leak is silently draining your budget every month, without you even noticing? Segment 2. Meet the Smith family, a $100 turning point. Let me tell you about Melissa and Jordan Smith. They're a working-class couple in Georgia. 2 kids, a dog, a mortgage. And like most families, they thought they had a pretty good handle on money. Until Melissa checked their bank statements one Saturday morning and realized they'd spent $1,062 on food, just in 1 month. Not just groceries. We're talking Uber Eats, Chick-fil-A runs, Starbucks, those just grabbing something quick moments. She didn't panic. She picked up a notebook and wrote one thing: the $100 challenge. They committed to cut just $100 from their food budget that month. No crash diets, no zero-spend weeks, just smarter grocery planning and one less fast food stop per week. The result? That $100 turned into $279 in savings that first month, then $314 the next. By month 6, they'd saved over $2,000. And by the end of the year, they'd paid off a lingering credit card and funded their first family vacation in 5 years. What if your next vacation isn't about earning more, but spending better? Segment 3. The tool they used, and you can too. Melissa used something deceptively simple, a printable meal planning sheet. That's it. No app, no subscription, just a one-page template they stuck on the fridge every Sunday. Each week, they chose 5 meals, shopped only for what they needed, and prepped lunches in bulk. To stay flexible, they left 2 wildcard nights open for leftovers or pizza. That alone cut back food waste, impulsive shopping, and last-minute takeout. Then they took it one step further. They created a restaurant fund envelope with a $50 cash limit per week. When the cash ran out, so did the takeout. Could a $50 cash envelope give you back hundreds in peace of mind? Question of the day. What's one area of your spending you know is leaking money, but you've been avoiding fixing it? Let me know in the comments. Segment 5. Why small wins feel so big? Here's the psychology behind what happened to the Smiths. Small wins create momentum. Behavioral economist 𝐵𝐷 says, tiny habits lead to massive identity shifts. By shaving off $100, they proved to themselves they weren't helpless. They felt powerful, in control, like their decisions mattered again. That's what most budgeting advice misses: emotion. People don't need spreadsheets, they need hope. And that's what a $100 fix can give you. What would it feel like to stop living in financial survival mode and step into strategy mode? Segment 6. What you can do right now. You don't need a 12-week program or a finance degree. You need one win. Here are 3 ideas you can try this week. 1. Audit your food spending. Look at last month's grocery plus restaurant total. Circle the number. Now subtract $100. That's your new budget. 2. Pick a single category to go cash only on, whether it's food, gas, or entertainment. Set a weekly envelope. 3. Use a visible tracker. Stick it on your fridge, mirror, or desk. Watch your progress. Feel the momentum. The Smiths didn't have a finance coach. They just paid attention and took small steps seriously, like watching this video at Money Opulence. What's one spending habit you'd be willing to test for 30 days to prove to yourself you can win? Segment 7. What happens if you do nothing? If you've been thinking, yeah, I should try this, but don't act, here's what happens. That $100 leak in your budget? It doesn't stay at $100. It snowballs. In 3 months, it's $300 gone. In a year, over $1,200. In 5 years, more than $6,000. Enough to replace your car, take a dream trip, or wipe out a huge chunk of debt. But it's not just the money. You lose momentum. You lose confidence. What if avoiding one uncomfortable change today costs you years of financial freedom tomorrow? Segment 8. A final note on family finances. Family budgets aren't about restrictions. They're about freedom. Freedom to stop stressing. Freedom to finally plan that vacation. Freedom to say yes when your kid asks for something, without guilt. Budgeting isn't punishment. It's permission. Melissa told me later, I thought budgets were about saying no. But that $100 fix taught me how to say yes again, to what actually matters. That's what this series is about. Not millionaire hacks, not get-rich-quick gimmicks, just real families, real changes, real wins. Now that you know that a single $100 fix can be the turning point your family needs, you're going to need to know how to build habits that automate those wins without relying on willpower. If you don't know this, you'll stay stuck in cycles of stress, always reacting instead of planning. I reveal 3 budget habits that practically run themselves, even if you hate math, is in my next video. Don't miss it. See you in our next video.